Hi, it's Mike from Custom Cruisers. Here we are. As you can see, there's a bit more. This is more rust come out today. Okay, unbelievable. All this rust is basically my fuel tank disintegrating with this shitty ethanol fuel. As you can see now, it really is horrendous. But with our super duper fuel proofer and tank sealer and rust converter, this tank will be good as new, which I'll show you a video on that when we've done it. But as you can see, this really is horrendous. This is ethanol shit fuel, and this is what is happening to your tank on your bike. If you've got an old bike, do not run it on supermarket fuel. It will do this because it's basically 10% ethanol and will completely screw up everything. It'll screw your fuel pipes, will end up like steel and will break. It's just horrendous stuff. Okay, if you're interested, we do a good cure for this. It's a proper tank sealer and a proper rust remover converter. So then once the 2-pack resin tank sealer's gone in, it's literally like araldite completely all over the middle of the tank, and it will seal everything. And it's you can use it on fiberglass tanks, alley tanks, whatever you like. So this is another day on the saga of this bloody tank, but that is a serious amount of rust. And we also do fuel tap rebuild kits. So in all honesty, a lot of these stupid vacuum taps, you're better off just putting a normal one on with your replacement tap without that vacuum crap on it. Let's face it, when you park up, you're going to turn the pissing thing off anyway, which is better than having a vacuum tap that hopefully works and can also restrict the fuel at high speed if the diaphragms start going, which they will with this crap fuel. Give us a call, 01773835666, alternatively customcruisers.com. Thank you. Hi, it's Mark from Custom Cruisers here. We're just getting ready to treat this tank with Wagner's tank sealing solution. Okay, as you can see, we're getting ready to pour the stuff in. Here's the funnel. Okay, clean the funnel out, and we're going to put the rust converter into here. Now this stuff, do not get it on your hands. Okay, as you can see, I'm not touching the stuff at all. All right, this is not stuff to be messed with. This is phosphoric acid. Okay, stir it around. Get some gloves, like I'm not, just to show you, but I should be. And basically, we're then going to pour this down the funnel into the tank. Now as you do so, obviously you need to check nothing's leaking. Okay, you don't want this stuff leaking out anywhere. So basically what we're doing, fill the tank up. Alright, see if you drop it on here, see how it's instantly converting the rust. Okay, you can see the rust goes straight off. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is fill this up completely, and believe me, this stuff, don't mess with it. It is phosphoric acid. Okay, now as you can see on this particular tank, this is a 20-litre kit I've got here, or 40-litre kit, so I need to use half of it. So by buying this, you can actually do 2 motorbike tanks or 2 Sportsters and 1 big twin. Okay, just to give you the example how we've done this. Okay, we've put a balance pipe on here. You can see the stuff in there. All right, now on the fuel tap side, see that what we've done, we've put a glove, end of a glove, a rubber glove, all right, and I've wrapped it with tape. And believe it or not, that does work. You can leave this overnight, it's perfectly safe. So basically this is all you need to do to de-rust your tank. Okay, your Wagner's tank sealer is then put on afterwards, but you've basically got to clean all this out. Single component resin for tank sealing. Okay, what you'll find is if you've got loads of rust in a tank, okay, like this one did, But actually this is off my other tank. All this lot came out, and there was a mass of stuff in here as well, right, when I emptied the fluid out. What you need to do, see, it starts off like this, will eventually end up like this, which is perfect, ready for the tank seal. Then you've just got to rinse it all out, degrease it again, and away you go. Acetone is the best thing. You know, after you've rinsed out with water all the excess and then dry it. Obviously on a hot day like today it's ideal, and the pressure washer there will actually help to blast all the crap out, all the phosphoric acid out. But to be very careful, this stuff, don't mess around with it. Do use rubber gloves. I'm just showing you how not to do it, to be honest with you. And give us a call if you want any. It's 01773835666, alternatively customcruisers.com. As you can see the results when this stuff's been in. This has actually been in last night. It is amazing. This was pure rust, and as you can see, even inside, you can see in there, it's great. So it has destroyed all the rust. But I'm just sort of doing this as a demo because I'm going to do this other tank, the one off our chopper. This one here needs massively doing as well, okay, because this has got masses of rust in this tank. So great product, and the good thing is that once we've done this tank with it, we can then reuse it in the other tank, so you don't need to buy masses of it. This will actually do this tank, that tank, and any other tanks after it, okay, till it gets too contaminated. You will be able to see that. Like I say, give us a call, 01773835666, alternatively customcruisers.com. Thank you. Hi, it's Mike from Custom Cruisers. Okay, you've had all this shitty rust caused by your supermarket fuel, your ethanol based fuels, attacking the shit out of your bike. Okay, this is what came out of a tank, that one over there. Horrendous mess, and it was actually a lot more than that. But if you use unleaded fuel, make sure you use a Super Plus. If you use the normal, it has, no matter what make it is, apparently got ethanol in it, and ethanol will separate out. Water will be touching your tank, the fuel and the will sit on top, and basically you've got water against your tank, and it will rust the hell out of it, as you can see here. Okay, a lot of people know this, but do not use ethanol based fuel in metal tanks. It will rust, as you can see. Okay, this is actually a brand new tank, and even though it's brand new, you can still see there's rust in it. Okay, so this tank has been in storage, but we degreased it. If you've got loads of crap in there, the best bet is put nuts and bolts in, or something sharp, nails, tacks, whatever, shake them around for a couple of hours with some detergent and try and get all the rust out, and then pressure wash it. See, we've got the pressure washer ready to blast it out as well. And then put your rust converter in. This stuff here, as you can see, is fantastic. The rust converter will then turn this rusty surface here into this, ready to paint, or in this particular case, ready to put the tank sealer in. This stuff here, the tank sealer will coat the inside of your tank. Now this is nasty stuff, so you have got to wear gloves when you're doing this job, you know, especially with the phosphoric acid or phosphating fluid, as they call it, or rust converter. But Wagners products, classic oils, etc., all available. Customcruisers.com. Give us a call, 01773 835 666, if you'd like to order some. Traders, we do the big 80 litre kits. That's enough to do quite a lot of bikes, as you can imagine. 8-10 litre tanks, in other words, about 8 Sportsters, or cars as well. Very good for cars. In America they sell masses of this, because some of their fuel's actually worse than ours. Like I say, interested, give us a call, 01773 835 666, alternatively customcruisers.com. Thank you. Hi, tank derusting phase 2, or possibly even 3. Basically, we've used the derusting solution. We've now got to get it all out for the stuff to stick. Okay, and then we're going to dry the tank basically with a hairdryer, you know, and an airline to blow everything out, get the excess water, and then the hairdryer will basically dry the tank out. Otherwise, you're going to get more rust in it. Okay, but for now, as you can see, this will all obviously dilute the hell out of it as well. You don't want this stuff going down the drains, but it is actually water biodegradable anyway, obviously, because it will be diluted massively with this water. Okay, so leave it on there for a couple of minutes, you know, literally just whack a hose in it, leave all the orifices open, and away you go. Any queries, or you want to buy some Wagner's tank sealer or derusting solution, give us a call, 01773 835 666, alternatively customcruisers.com. Thank you. Hi, it's Mike from Custom Cruisers. Okay, we've put the resin sealer in. We've had it standing on this end and this end. to distribute the tank seal all over. And then basically all you've got to do, I've stood it upside down for a bit, that will coat the top. And basically got to roll this stuff around. You can feel it moving inside. Okay. What you're intending to do is get it all over the tank. So every bit of the tank is covered with the resin. Like I say, this stuff will actually cover pinholes. If you put tape on the outside, it will actually even cure pinholes. Okay, looking at this, looks like we've got some bad welding there, Lloyd. So luckily, by doing this, I have discovered that there's some bad welding where this tank was filled in, which is not much of a surprise, to be honest with you. But luckily, the Wagners is going to cure that. So it's just as well I am using this sealer. So as you can see, we're rolling it all around. And that was pretty amazing. It's found that pinhole, because I didn't even know there was one. So basically recommend 5 to 10 minutes of rolling this around. And then you pour the excess out, which can actually be reused for another coat later on. Okay, after about an hour, the stuff will have set half decently. So all we're going to do is pour this out into a container, you know, after we've done 10 minutes of this rolling it around, and we should be good to go. And, if you're interested, like I said, this is Wagner's tank sealer. We do a kit. This is the sealer. This does up to 80 litres. So if you're a trader, you're better off buying this than buying some of the 10 or 30 litre kits. And this is a rust converter we used earlier to actually stop all the rust, or convert the rust to something that the sealer will now stick to. But you can actually see here, a friend of mine actually did the tank, but you can see it wasn't a good repair because the actual sealer is coming out through the weld. So it's a very good thing that we've actually done this. Otherwise we wouldn't have realised we'd have sprayed the tank, and obviously then the fuel would have come out through the bloody through the lacquer and completely wrecked it, and we'd have to get it all redone again, re-welded. Whereas at this point, great thing is we now know, so we can do something about it and give it an extra couple of coats. But that's basically it. So we're going to pour out the excess into a container. You can actually see in here it's also done inside the neck. Okay, so that's all covered as well. But great bit of kit. Wagner's tank sealer. Okay, we are the UK importers now. 01773 835 666. Alternatively, customcruisers.com. Thank you. Hi, it's Mike from Custom Cruisers. You can see here we've used the Wagner's tank sealer. Now, as you can see, frightening thing is this was welded in. Okay, this originally was a tank for my fuel tank gauge and stuff on my bagger. Now, someone should be nameless, an expert welder welded it, but as you can see, it's an absolute load of crap. It would have leaked completely out of all these holes. So I'm not sure what planet he's on thinking he's a good welder, but as you can see he isn't. But as you can see, the Wagner's quite a thick coating on it already. Okay, this is just one coat. Now within the next 12 to 24 hours we've got to give it another. But to be honest, I'm very, very impressed with this stuff. I've got to admit, it really is something else. See, there might have been a bit of a leak around the tap here as well, but it did come out, so I've plastered it on. But I'm actually going to do all the whole outside of the tank, to be honest with you, because the resin will seal anything anyway. But if we'd have actually had this left it as it was, you know, with it being recommended as being perfect, what would have happened is my beautiful paint job I'm going to have done would have all bled through. So just shows you can't believe everyone who says they're a good welder, and even friends that recommend them. Don't know what they're talking about. But if you're interested in Wagner's stuff, as you can see, Wagner's tank sealing compound. Okay, this particular one's actually an 80 litre tank, so I'm going to put in 4 times the amount we need just to be sure. Second coat has to be applied within 12 to 24 hours while this is still not completely gone off, otherwise it won't adhere to it. Okay, but first of all, like I say, we use the rust converter. This place is phosphating fluid, which converts the inside of the tank, as you can see, to beautiful sort of bare metal, whatever you want to call it, or phosphated steel. Customcruisers.com, 01773835666. We do the big 80 litre tank kits like this. the 10-litre Sportster kits, you know, whatever size you want. But personally, I buy the bigger kits. Then at least you can do more than one tank. Okay, if you imagine an 80-litre tank, technically, if it hadn't been codged up like this, would have done 8 Sportster tanks for not a lot more money than a couple of 10s. Okay, 01773 835 666, customcruisers.com. We are now the UK importer, and we have got classic oils, we've got octane booster, we've got lead substitute for the valves, and all the other great stuff that Wagners do. Okay, give us a call. Thank you.